Hi everyone, it's your host Robin, and today we are going to discuss a very important topic. Today's topic is COVID 19 and its implication on mental health. I'm sure every one of you might be knowing about COVID by now, and it might have affected your lives. It has affected everybody's life. And today I want to focus on COVID's impact on mental health. So it is not just um, having a larger impact on our society and our physical health, it is also having a far reaching consequences on human mental health. Okay, so before we get into this topic, we'll be discussing about briefly about how stress responses occur. Okay, and in this audio session, I'll be discussing about COVID's effect on mental health and how other things are contributing to the existing chaos and what can we do to take care of our mental health. Okay, so first I'll like to discuss about stress in general, how stress is affecting the mental health. Okay, so in any stressful situation, we have three different kind of responses. We have cognitive response, where we evaluate the stress situation and the stress stimulus and how dangerous it is for us. And second, we have emotional response. In the emotional response, we if after evaluation, we either decide this is a dangerous situation or not, and based on our evaluation, finally we have a physiological response. In that, either we fight the situation or we flight. Okay, so this is a flight or fright response. Okay, so what is happening in case of COVID? Because COVID is a stress stimulus here, there are many unknowns and many variables that are present in COVID situation. There are many things which we do not know about, and scenarios are changing every day, and the situation is getting worse in most of the countries. So this is a continuous stress. So as I said, because there are many variables and unknowns, we do not really understand the situation at present. We don't understand how COVID is affecting us. So this creates a lot of confusion because we are not able to evaluate the stress here. Okay, that's the cognitive response. So our emotional response to is confused. We are not able to understand whether COVID is really dangerous or not. So this creates a lot of doubts, uncertainty, because we do not have a prior experience of this kind. So in case of COVID-like situation, we have physiological response, which is again very confused. Some people are experiencing lack of motivation. I think many of you can relate with this. And some people are losing concentration. They're not able to concentrate on their work. There are sleep and appetite changes happening in some people. So these things are physiological response of a chronic stress. So definitely this is a very serious situation because a stress which is continuous, it leaves us in a flight or fright response. So imagine you are continuously in a flight and fright response where your body wants to fight, but it doesn't know how to react to the situation, and you are in a constant state of stimulation, which is causing havoc on your immune system and also your emotional well-being. Okay. So, what is making the situation worse in case of COVID? So, COVID not only affected our lives, just it is affecting our lungs and our body parts. It has affected our lives dramatically. There are lifestyle changes happen due to the restriction imposed by the authorities in many countries. So people are now working from home. So there is a change in schedule that is happening, and some people are trying to maintain a work and family life balance, which is difficult in most of the cases. And some people are now forced to live alone, which is again exaggerating all these problems, and now they are in isolation. So lack of social contact is anyway very problematic for human beings. So in many studies they have found that lack of social contact leads to suicidal tendencies in people who have existing mental disorders. So mental disorders in India and in other countries also are at peak right now. So there are many cases coming in, and also the 20% rise in distress calls in India after the lockdown that happened. So definitely this has a greater impact on people's mental health. Now, what are the factors which basically contributes to our anxiety? So COVID, which is real, that is happening to us, but there are other factors like there is a lot of misinformation that is there on internet media and through television and other sources, so which is also creating a lot of issues and anxiety in many people. And definitely, there are many people who are lacking trust on the authorities and government because maybe they find that the measures taken by them are not enough and they do not feel safe in the environment they are in. And again, there is a lot of news on COVID and its impact. There are news on everyday increasing cases and the death rates and how the virus is spreading. So this is creating fear, anxiety, which is leading to chronic stress and all these things which we have just discussed. So now I'll be focusing on how we can cope up, and because there is not just one solution to this problem. It requires a coordinated efforts by us, all of us, and we need to also take care of other people and our own mental health, together with taking care of the physical health. So I'll be discussing few solution here. So first we'll talk about the work life management. So this is the most affected area, I would say, because many people are now have a very sedentary work environment. They are working from home, and it's again a lot of distraction is there. So for this, I can suggest that one thing which has helped me a lot is it's better to work in chunks. If your work allows, you can give certain hours of a day to work, and here the quality matters than the quantity, because some people are not able to work for 8 hours. But even if you work for 4 5 hours and get your work done, that's wonderful. And first, you need to make a routine. So, even if you are at home and your work start at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you still need to have a routine in hand, and you finish up your other duties before you start your work. And many people I have discussed with, they have complained about that they are losing concentration and they're not able to focus on their work. So I'll be discussing about some of the apps which have helped me in help in this problem. So there is an app called Pomodoro App. It's very nice. It actually helps you with the focus. You can set the Pomodoro app for 25 minutes and it will give you time to work on a particular task for 25 minutes, and then it allows you to have a break of 5 or 15 minutes based on the settings you put in. It's a nice app, and I'll be leaving the links of these apps and other things which I discuss in the audio in the in the description. So please check it. And this is about the work life, and now we talk about the family life, because many people are now living with their families, and or they might be separated from their families. So you need to be in constant touch. You need to discuss on everyday basis, and you need to identify if there is any stressful situation that is there in the family, and which is making your stress worse. So you need to discuss those things, and you need to also find out the coping strategies to combat all these stressful situation. And one thing which is important, that don't be alone. You need to reach out. If you are living alone, you need to reach out to people. You can have video conferences, and you can call your friends and family. So this will definitely allow you to relieve your stress. Okay. And then we come to the personal part, how we can cope up our own anxiety and stress. So if you find time, you can have new hobbies. We have written a very interesting article on this, and I'll leave the link in the description. Please go through it. It's very nice. It will give you some ideas about some new hobbies that you can do during this isolation and quarantine. And second is, which is more important, that like I suggested, there is a lot of misinformation that is there. So you need to limit your social media um, usage, because most of the time it is the technology that is causing a lot of stress, and you need to find dedicated hours in a day for news and other information. Okay, and only go for these reliable sources which you can trust, the local and the national authorities. And this can help you to cut down on your social media intake and also help you to uh, relieve your stress. And then the second thing is you need to take care of your health, like the physical health, because if you work out, this will release happy hormones and you will definitely feel good. So it is really important, even if you are at home and you do not have access to gym, you need to work out at home. Okay, so even if you can work out for 30 minutes in a day, that would really help you. So there are many workout videos on YouTube. I highly recommend doing yoga. There are wonderful videos for yoga and meditation, which has definitely helped me in my anxiety and stress. And then you can do some breathing practices using these meditation videos that can definitely help you out with your problems. And then finally I'll share some of the tricks which has helped me a lot, and they are very nice and you can also use them. So first thing, if you are feeling stressful, you need to understand the feeling. So you first label your feelings and then acknowledge the kind of feelings you are having, that whether you are stressed and what is making you stress. So it is very important to understand these things. And once you understand all this, you need to balance your emotions and logic. Even if the situation at hand is worse, and it can get worse, but you can focus on the good part of life. You can change your perspective. That can definitely help you in challenging times like these. And you need to focus on the things which you can control and not the things which you can't control. The last is you externalize your anxiety, because if you're being moody and if you are being less productive, this is because you're anxious. You need to understand this is not you, this is the anxiety that is making you mad or angry or maybe upset. Okay, so you need to understand those things. And if you feel that you are overwhelmed and continuously worrying about COVID situation, then you need to find a dedicated hour in a day when you can just focus on your worries, and maybe you can write them down so that you get it out of your system, which can definitely help you. But even after doing all these things, if things become overwhelming and really stressful, you need to reach out and find help. There are many professional mental health services are there on online these days, which you can try on. They are very nice and you can have online session that can help you. So please reach out if you're feeling low and if you're feeling really stressed, and if you don't find anybody, if you don't have many friends and you can't reach out to them, maybe you can go online and find these forums where forums and other groups where people are ready to talk and you can discuss your stress and other problems with them. So please don't stay alone, don't be stressful. We know this is a very difficult situation for all of us and we can fight this together. COVID is new and we are learning every day how to live with this. And I hope you guys like this content. Please share your comments, and if you have any suggestion for us, write in the comment box. We would like to answer. And any topics or any suggestion related to this audio, I would like to discuss with you. And I love talking to you. And this is the audio I wanted to do from a very long time because I know this is really important, and I hope it can help you. And please let us know how you liked the video. And thank you so much. This is your host Robin signing off. Bye.